your maiden name?
Edna Ann Vail, V-A-I-L, was my maiden name.
Okay. And your parents' name?
Tessie Irene Phelps Vail and Clarence Edwin.
Okay.
Mhm.
What year were you born?
1917. Model T Ford.
10 years after my mother, she was 7.
So can you share anything about when you lived over on the North Blue Rapids area,
On the river?
on the river? Just
Oh,
start
gosh,
talking to whatever.
yeah.
Okay, just,
Well, we fished on that river, we swam in it, and we ice skated on it, and all that kind of stuff. And there'd be people come over there when ice skating, there'd be a whole bunch of them come out there and ice skate
mhm.
in the wintertime. And Dad worked in a gyp mine over there,
Okay.
gypsum mine.
The one that's over along the bluff?
No, the one's over there on the north side of where the bridge that went north across town to go to Marysville.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
the,
was right north over there, kind of northeast.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kind of over there by where the Narrows started?
Yeah,
in
uh-huh.
that area? Okay.
Yeah,
That was the Certainty then?
Yeah, mhm.
Okay. So you
Dad
were,
worked in that old gyp mine for 30 years before it caved in on him.
oh,
One hunk of rock about weighed 1,500 pounds fell on him, but he had a pile of gyp rock broke up and the corner of it lit on and that kept it from killing him. There was 3 guys took it off from him. Afterwards, 6 of them couldn't even move it, they said. That was in 34.
okay.
And he was 62 at the time.
So-
He lived to be 80 something, 81, 82, something like that. But his chest was caved in and he never did go back over there after that.
Did he ever tell you any stories how, like, did they bring the gypsum out with the mules?
Yeah,
Okay, was
Yeah,
is that one of his jobs?
No, he mined this stuff. He loaded it onto the car.
Mm-hmm.
Flat cars, I guess they called it, whatever it was they hauled them out on.
Mm-hmm.
And there was several guys, Red Redford got killed over there in the mine, and so did Marion Paget. And who else?
well, years ago, you see, my great-great-grandfather,
Huh?
William Reed, was killed over in the mine.
Yeah,
That same period then? No, it
This
didn't.
was probably
No.
about 1881 or something,
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
when he did get killed.
Reed, what Reed?
William Thomas Reed.
Well, now, what was he to George Reed? Anything?
It was George Reed's grandfather.
Oh,
George Reed was my grandfather.
Yeah, He's in relation to my dad somehow or other.
Mhm. That's right.
So you remember a lot of the businesses along the river? Some of
Well,
the
no,
business-
there wasn't anything over there on the river when we lived there. It was just
Sure.
there was used to be 5 houses over there. Where they called it the flats, what they called it where we lived. But when we was there was only 3 houses when we lived there.
Who were some of the other families?
A Newman lived up north of us, and over east, Hill, Faybell Hill.
Oh, yeah, I remember that name.
Faybell Hill. And I
never
forgot
thought about that.
what her dad's name was. But I was coming home from school one day, come across there, because the river's up and I couldn't go across the dam, so we come around that way, across the bridge and across the field. Heard the old man hollering, so I opened the cellar door and he was trying to get out. He had his beer in his hand and he couldn't get the door open. I opened the door so he'd get out of the cellar.
That would be a memory, all right.
Yeah. And then my oldest brother got mad at Faybell, cut her dog's tail off and turpentined him.
Oh my goodness.
Don't mess with them.
Oh, he was an ornery devil.
Now, which one was that?
Herman.
Herman, okay.
Herman, my oldest brother. Bud was my twin, Edwin.
Oh, he was your twin?
Yeah, I'm a twin.
I see, okay, I didn't realize that.
There was Lilia and Doris, Lilia and Herman and Doris, Bud and me. And then there was 3 that were stillborn, 3 years apart behind us.
Oh, I see.
So,
So did your mom have a big garden and everything?
oh yeah, I always had a big garden, yeah.
Mhm.
Had a good garden too, because it's on the river bottom there.
Yeah.
Always raised a lot of good stuff.
Then
A strawberry patch and all that.
did you
fruit
sell
trees.
it in town?
Huh?
Did you sell part of it in
Yeah,
town?
no, people came and bought it. They came over to the house and bought the stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a kind of a truck garden, what you call it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They did a lot of fishing, I'm sure.
Huh?
I'm sure they did a lot of fishing.
Oh, yeah.
They-
Yeah, we set trout lines and we set bank lines and we just fished with fishing pole and everything. And hand fish too. Herman used to hand fish down there. He caught a big old 19-pound catfish down by the dam when he hand fishing down there in the long hole. We had what we called the long hole and the green hole. When you come across the bridge and come across the dam, that was the long hole. Then over on a little further over was the green hole. Because the water was kind of greenish color, called the green hole.
Caught different fish in different holes?
No,
Oh, not necessarily.
no,
Okay.
not different. No, it's usually carp, catfish, and bullheads, stuff like that.
Channels.
Buffalo.
Did you go uptown very often? Did you go up?
Well, you went to school every day up there. Went to town. Went to go through. Had to go to town to go to school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you hang around downtown on the square any?
No.
No.
I went down to Aunt Bird's and listened to Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. She had that on the radio. We didn't have a radio at home. Aunt Bird did, so I stopped down there and listened to all that good stuff.
Now, where did she live?
Well, it was right across the street from Oscar Ashton at the time. Down there by the park.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hmm. Did you get to go swimming in that round swimming pool?
Heck no, we swam in the river.
That cost to go in a round pool.
Yeah, we didn't have money going in the pool. We swam in the river.
It's
So we just went out of our house and like across the street a little bit, and there was a river. So we swam in the river.
It's a lot closer to that cave now than it used to
Oh
be.
yeah,
too.
oh yeah, it is. Mhm. Oh yeah, because it's cut out.
Yeah, it's cut out a lot.
When the river flooded, it cut it out a lot. Because the
Did you-
cave's almost on the bank of the river now.
Pretty
So,
close.
yeah.
Did your house ever flood?
No, huh?
No.
No, like a foot ago in the house in 43, something like that. Because I went over there and cooked dinner for my oldest brother and somebody, a bunch of other guys. George and I was there and we cooked dinner for them.
Well, Mom, one time you told me that the water had gotten the house and that,
Yeah, it was 6 foot deep in the house.
well, that's what they had just asked
Oh,
you.
yeah, it was 6 foot, but I don't remember
6
what year it
foot.
was. It was not when I was a kid, it was,
41 maybe?
yeah, yeah,
41 was when it was really
okay.
hot.
Not
41,
when you
42,
was a
something like
kid.
that.
41 it
Mhm.
was.
Okay, not when you was a kid, I'm sorry, because I
No.
know you said your dad, started out with the car and
Yeah.
ended up losing the car, so.
yeah, because he got up the road and he made Bud get out and tie it to a tree with a baling wire. Then he went on out in the boat. Oh, God, I tell you.
So you went to, do you remember some of your school teachers there at the Blue Rapids?
Mrs. Vaughter was our first grade teacher.
She was everybody's first grade
Oh,
teacher.
okay.
Old Lady Vaughter, we called her, but not where she could hear us.
Yeah, right, you better not.
Probably 30 at the time.
And then old A.P. Clare, Arthur
Uh-huh.
Clare. Arthur Ian, the kids all called him A.P.
A.P..
We didn't like him, we called him A.P. Clare.
Do you remember any stories about him, Art Clear? Like what he did after he...
Well, yeah, he tore my shirt.
He tore...
Grabbed a hold of me and tore my shirt.
And what were you doing?
That's something I wasn't supposed to, I suppose. Goofing off, something, other.
Yeah.
Yeah, make us stand in the corner, stuff like that, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Was he a pretty good teacher though?
Oh, yeah, otherwise he was all right for a teacher. Mhm.
For a teacher?
As kids, we just didn't like him.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like him any better when I had to take care of him at the hospital when I was a nurse.
Oh. So you worked in Marysville?
Yeah, at the hospital, a nurse's
Should have
aide.
tore his shirt.
I didn't like him any better and I had to take care of him. Oh,
Well, he was in World War I, we found out. He
Yeah.
had one of his
Uh-huh.
diaries. So he probably taught you a lot about the wars,
yeah,
didn't he? Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
still
he
doing it
did.
when I went to school there too. He was still teaching about the war.
yeah. Did a lot of cussing in it. He did for us.
Can't remember that.
He did for us, yeah. And I think he's the one that knocked Jim Green down and kicked him up down the aisle.
It could have been.
Yeah, I
He was rough.
did. He was an ornery devil. Yeah, he was. He was on it.
Because I was a kid being from the country and I was scared of him. I didn't do anything wrong, so I didn't get hurt. But
So who were some of your other teachers?
Oh, I see. Mrs. Vaughter was in the first. I remember. Vaughter, Mr. Weller was
was
a
he teaching?
Eighth
already?
grade teacher.
Yeah, was he still?
seventh or eighth grade teacher. I
Yeah,
think.
8th grade. Huh?
Yeah. mhm.
Principal. He was a principal.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I had him too.
Because he was looking out the window one morning when I was coming up the street there to school. One of the boys was throwing snowballs at me. So I ran him down, caught him, and threw him down on the ground, and I sat in the straddle of him and washed his face in the snow. And teacher made him stay in, but didn't make me stay in. He had to stay in for a week.
Good. Even though
After
you got the
school.
worst end of the
Yeah,
deal, huh?
Well, he's singing out the upstairs,
Yeah,
you know, up there, and looking out the window, he could see what was
He
going
was
on.
fair, he knew what.
So then did you go into high school there?
Oh, no, I didn't need to go to high school. Dad got hurt in the mine, that ended my schooling.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't have money then to go to school when he got hurt in the mine.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got the 8th grade.
So, there was a lot of people that
Oh,
just
yeah.
8th grade was,
Yeah.
for various reasons.
Did
Oh,
you
I
go to
did,
work
I did.
then?
Huh?
Did you go to work somewhere then? Or
No.
stay home and help?
Yeah, I stayed home and,
Help with the gardening
yeah,
and all that
gardening,
stuff?
yeah, and canning, we did a lot of canning. We always had a big garden, did a lot of canning.
Do you ever remember seeing a carousel down there that would have been made by Mr. Brokenecke, the guy that owned the hardware store?
A carousel.
Uh-huh, it had homemade wooden horses on it.
It would have been
And,
in Riverside Park.
well, we are not sure. It might have been in
I'm not
Riverside
sure
Park, or it might have been on the flats somewhere.
Well, do
You
you,
have to pay to get into the fair then?
Well, no, because Dad was marshal over there and he had tickets for us, so well, I guess we did, but he gave us the tickets and I'd take my ticket and go down the road and give it to other kids and they'd come in and give it back to me, I'd go down and give it to another. Got several of my friends in.
So your dad was a marshal at the city?
Yeah, he was
city
marshal at the
Oh,
fair every year.
Oh, at the
Over
fair.
the West
Yeah, they had
Gate,
fair marshal.
or what they called the West Gate.
Okay,
Mhm.
That was before it was free, you see, now,
Uh-huh.
uh-huh.
you had to pay to
Yeah.
go to the fair back in those days.
And so they had kind of like pillars there with a gate, actual gate there?
Yeah, there was a
They're
gate there, yeah.
Okay, and that's where the WPA
Mhm.
pillars were? Do you have any old pictures or anything that, that we could make copies of anything around Blue Rapids?
Gee, I don't know.
Well, if you really-
she thought she had one of the bridge. But
Mhm.
for her birthday, I had went through buku pictures and I don't remember seeing any. The only pictures I've seen is of family and like maybe the house they lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that picture of the house?
I seen my dad's aunt jump off the river bridge in Killershoff. She broke her neck when she hit the bottom because it was solid rock.
Did she intend to do that? Yeah.
Yeah, she had a son that had messing around with somebody's wife in
I'll
Kansas
see if
City,
I
and,
can-
he told him if he didn't leave him alone, he'd kill him, and he didn't, and he did. He killed him, so. And she lost her mind over it, and that's what happened.
That wasn't Ilda's mom, was it?
No, no,
No.
her
okay.
mother was Sadie.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I kind of remember that. There was an article in the paper.
Aunt
about
Ella Grabhorn, that was Dad's aunt, my dad's aunt.
Grabhorn,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. Theodore Grabhorn, do you remember?
Yeah,
him?
he was, he was Dad's uncle.
Your dad's uncle,
Yeah,
okay. Because he did a lot of cement work.
Oh, yeah,
and rock
uh-huh.
work and.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
What else what else did he do around town? I mean,
I don't remember.
okay.
That's been so long ago.
That reminds me, that was, I think, probably who had that filling station. Didn't one of the Grabhorn
Yeah.
boys had the filling? It
Mhm,
was
right across the
Grabhorn.
street,
That was
yeah.
him. I couldn't
Right,
come-
yeah.
couldn't
That
come-
was Ferd or Fred? Ferd. I believe he
Ferd
called
had a
him
grocery store.
I believe-
It must have been Fred.
Fred, yeah. Uh-huh.
Ferd had the grocery store.
Where Casey's is now?
Mhm.
That's what
We
you're
were
talking about.
trying to think, I said I should know, and I couldn't think of the names.
Grabhorn.
When she said Grabhorn, it came to me.
Yeah.
That's what it
Uh-huh.
was.
Wasn't there a Bud Grabhorn that lived in Blue Rapids quite a long time? He would have been younger.
But,
was
what was
Bud.
his, but,
He lived
Ferd-
over behind
Ferd was
us.
his dad.
oh, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They lived right across the street from Aunt Bird.
And he lived in Waterville later. than-
Yeah. But when we was kids, they lived right across the street from Aunt Bird there.
So, in the wintertime, you did, when you went out to play, you played on the river then?
Yeah, we ice skated and
Yeah.
on the
I
river.
think that's
Yeah.
something they haven't been able to do for
Big
years.
bonfires,
is
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we had bonfire out there at night, and
Uh-huh.
people would come out, and not just kids, it'd be other grown-up people too be out there.
Because
skating.
it was slow enough of a current that it would
Mhm.
freeze over, whereas
Yeah.
now it doesn't
Yeah.
ever freeze over.
Well, it
No,
gets
not
colder and
anymore.
stays colder then, I think, than it
Yeah,
does
I think it was
now.
colder then than it is now.
Sure.
Because everything, I mean, they skated on ponds and everything, nobody skates.
Because we even had horses go out on the ice and it didn't go through, and a cousin drove a car out there and it didn't go through the ice.
They did that now.
So you couldn't do that now.
You know. Did you cut ice blocks? Just-
Dad did, yeah.
And then he would
They
store it
put it in
where?
a yeah, they had a building they stored it in. Covered it with, I don't know what, was it
Straw or
covered
hay
with
or
straw or
something.
something? Yeah, uh-huh.
They had a building there at your house, by your
Yeah,
house,
uh-huh.
and then they would resell it in the
I don't-
summertime or
I don't
what?
remember what they did with it.
Well, I made ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah, probably.
Just for your own
Yeah,
personal
I think
use,
for your own
probably.
use, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we heard about that, a lot of people cutting ice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they used to,
But you see, it didn't get that thick anymore. You couldn't cut a block of ice like that anymore.
no, not anymore. You don't get that good.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. But you know, when the horses could run up and down the river and they didn't go through it, it had to be thick.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because they'd get out and run up and down the river, so.
Mhm.
And then this cousin drove that car, that old Ford out on the river and didn't go through. Crazy people.
Lucky for him.
They didn't know, yeah.
Did you ever get to ride on any of the trains that went through?
No.
No?
Yeah, we were going from Blue Rapids to Barnes to Grandma and Grandpa's house.
Oh.
They lived in
Missouri
Barnes and we used to ride from Blue Rapids to Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like we'd never get there when we was kids.
Oh, yeah.
Seemed like forever getting there.
But that was better than driving your vehicle. Well, maybe, did you have a car?
No, not then.
Okay.
That's before we got a car.
Uh-huh.
Then when we got a car, Dad's the only one who drove it. Nobody else drove it. Just Dad.
Mhm. What kind of car was it?
No Dodge.
Hold on, yeah.
And he'd go up the hill where my Aunt Bertha would go ooga, 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 all the way up the hill. Put it low, I guess, is what he did, go up the hill. He didn't drive too fast and make that funny noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was ooga, 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 the way it sounded like.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So you probably didn't go shopping very much to like Marysville or
No.
Manhattan or anything?
Oh, no, we never went anywhere like that. We did all our shopping in Blue Rapids, whatever we did.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Did you go in there on a Saturday night? A lot of times?
I
just
think
to-
that's when they went, yeah.
Yeah. Did
Us
you get
kids
to
didn't go. Us kids didn't. No, Dad went, did the shopping. Us
Oh.
kids didn't go to town to do shopping.
Oh.
We used to take a 12-quart pail of eggs to town for Mom and buy groceries with for her.
Money,